れたものはいつか思い出すはずでしょう。消えた夢の影を探した寂しさの答え儚さを愛触れてた風に流れて僕は君を愛せていたか少し気づくことが遅すぎダウンですから消えてゆく明日さえも崩れ落ちてゆく何もないここで一人きりいつかまた最後の日を迎えられてみれまた生まれ落ちた君が望む日
Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I'm here to talk about this Turkish butcher named Salt Bey, who happens to be like been doing his career for the past 8 years. And there's a lot of controversy revolving around him that I want to be able to address. So let me get into detail about this man. He basically helps around at a restaurant, like at a steakhouse restaurant, and has this unique style of putting salt on the steak or whatever.
I make a video. Our waiter, I ask him, can you take a picture and video for me? I make one big tomahawk, and then I cut very nice, and then I put the salt, with the sun, like a rain, like a snow.
And he would do this weird type of trick where he would take his butcher knife and he would place his butcher knife onto the meat and put in people's throats, which in itself I think is really dangerous. Whether he's a professional or not, I wouldn't really recommend it. But he's been going at it for years, for the past 8 years, and no surprise, it's all for content and in order to gain clout and money.
In Turkey, this is how you pour your salt on.
We have a man who became a billionaire from salt.
Yes.
From salt. You can all put salt on. He did it the best. Bam.
But I do want to add to the trouble that he's caused in the past and what I'm about to bring up, because from what I do understand is that this guy, again, considering how big his name is, apparently he's been affiliated with P. Diddy. He's been on like commercials, ads, take pictures and stuff, and that in a way has pretty much tarnished his career, because again, if you associate with someone like that, people can help assume that you were literally partying with him and all the degenerate stuff that was going on.
Out, this your boy Puff Daddy. I'm here with my brother Salt Bey. He's sprinkling us with that flavor. Man, the man has finesse, style, and he's a genius at what he does. He's a one-of-one. Yes. Congratulations to my brother Salt Bey. Yeah. My brother Salt Bey.
But he's not only known for that. It is proven fact that this guy is really doing it for clout. To be fair, I'm not going to be here and judging his butcher skills, because I don't know him personally. But again, that's a completely separate story. I'm not here to criticize or critique his skills, because it's more about getting to the serious part of the situation. Because again, this guy does not seem to take real life serious.
Cappuccino!
But it's crazy when you think somebody has spent 615,000 dirhams on food at your restaurant. How does it make you feel?
Make me feel very happy.
Why is it so expensive?
We are not expensive. This is, perception, not reality.
He goes out of his way doing whatever he can to be noticed. And going back to what I said about the butcher knife is that he will literally put his butcher knife, place it onto the customers' throats. It's even worse, especially when he's doing it with the females, because it gives off a really uncomfortable vibe. And I don't blame the boyfriends and the husbands reacting that way.
Went to Saad BAE's restaurant, and my fiancé was not going to let that man feed me.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Or why they would even be disgusted having to witness that situation. But again, it's like to add more fuel is that you're literally supporting someone who's willing to literally overprice their menu, and honestly, I don't think it's worth overspending on food, especially if you're going out to eat at one restaurant, regardless whether it be like how big the bills, how much you ordered, or the tax. It all depends. Food should not go beyond that, because I can always order something for a lot less. But it depends on how they basically it depends how they sort the meal and how they treat you.
You love this. That's why you make videos all the time now?
Now very important. Everybody waiting.
If the taste is beyond better than any other meal, maybe it's worth to try, and then it doesn't hurt to do it once in a while on occasion. But I just feel like the food that they're selling just seems unreasonably overpriced, because I know for a fact that the food they're selling, what the steakhouse that he's working at, you gotta spend more than hundreds of dollars, like a lot of times even near $1,000. And I can say this, it's not worth heading to a restaurant that's gonna overprice you when I can get the same thing for a lot cheaper, even if the taste may not be the same. But I do want to add that I know for a fact this man is also banned from events because he was basically bothering Messi and literally had no business being there, since he's not even part of the team, like he's not even associated.
Why did you go onto the World Cup pitch after the final, touch the World Cup and kiss the World Cup? What were you thinking?
I love Argentina, I love football, and this is the accident, my mistake. Before I don't know the rules, now I know the rules.
Just literally went out of his way to kiss the World Cup. I wouldn't say whether he harassed them, but basically he got too close to the soccer field where all the other players were, and I'm pretty sure that no spectators are allowed. So I think maybe because he was famous, or he was trying to do them a favor, he didn't really go that far in really harassing, bothering them. So they felt the need that he would be willing to leave the soccer field on his own without the help of security, and they didn't really need to be hostile towards him, since he was gonna be on his way out. But I do want to add, is especially with the salt and the way he carries himself, I wouldn't want someone who literally puts salt when it's near their skin, because I'm just confused by society how this is any special or any different from any other butcher. When there are butchers that can pretty much do the same, or who are even better, he's no different from all of them. It's unique, but like, all I'm there for, you guys, is how good their cooking is how good a chef, a butcher, it's how they actually detail and make the food. It's so that I can enjoy it while I'm eating, not to see them perform. I'm not here for a show. I'm here for someone to serve my dinner so that I can be able to enjoy and be able to relax. And I only give credit only when it's earned. If I know for a fact that stuff like the meal's fine, I'm cool with it, then I'll give them my compliments and respect. Because when it that's the one thing I will never say. They think food is like, have you heard the saying like, do not play with your food? And like, the whole point of the meal so that I can eat it, not like somebody watch and like entertain me while they're making my food, while they're cooking my food, because it's all there. I want to have, because the whole purpose is for it to be done on time so that I won't be starving for too long. So the thing is though, no surprises, the guy obviously doesn't seem to take the world serious. He doesn't see that how foolish he carries himself to be and how narcissistic he is, and that's all about him. Same for the way how he was acting, whether it be at the restaurant, whether it be at the soccer field, anywhere else, because the fact is he does not like basically care about how other people feel, only what he wants. The only person that he thinks about is himself. So that's why he does the things that only make him feel comfortable, not anybody else around him. So I really can't argue about the people that were displeased about the food that they're served, especially the price and the way they're treating customers, in itself just seems inappropriate. And if you were to compare him with the fact that, if you compare with the fact that he is with P. Diddy himself, some people are starting to get the pattern in his behavior and start to say that they have something common in how they treat people, and that this is someone that I personally do not want. After seeing that, I'm like, hell no. I honestly don't want anything or even hear about Salt Bae, or even want to associate with this kind of person, because if you basically are affiliated with someone who's been around a lot longer and who's been causing trouble behind the scenes without us noticing, or it's been right in front of us and it's been clear as day, but people just didn't seem to care. If you're hanging out with someone like that, trust and believe is that they're gonna bring you down as well, and you're gonna get almost as much backlash. Who knows, even more, because of how you carry yourself and who you feel comfortable with. And whether it's for the name, basically to make him more appealing in order to gain the attention of a bunch of people. So we're not, or for any other, we're not too sure whether we can find out or not, but it's all for the sake of clout. But overall, I feel like I said enough for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content there in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
I cannot ってリンゴブラウスよみがえ